Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about how to homeschool on a budget. A lot of people want to homeschool nowadays, but they think that it's going to be a lot of out-of-pocket money. They see a lot of people that homeschool going on adventures and things like that. And I just want you guys to know today you can go on those adventures. You can homeschool on a budget. You don't have to buy all these expensive items and go on adventures and always expect, your child to want something, because you can go to, they got free parks out here. They actually have a lot of free homeschool events. If you look it up in your area, whether or not you're from where I am, I know they have a lot of homeschool events going on that are free. Hey, you can look up fairs. Sometimes we have like strawberry fairs or festivals. Strawberry festivals, watermelon festivals, things like that, music festivals. You can take your child to a music festival and not spend hardly much at all. And there you can just teach them about music. Hey, ask questions while you're there. Most people there actually do music, and they know a lot about music. Take them to the watermelon festival. You might say, hey, it's just a watermelon festival. What can they learn? They can learn how to plant things. You can take them to that watermelon festival, and then when you get home, the next day or same day, depending on how late it is when you get home or whatever, your arrival, you can tend to teach them how to plant seeds. You can teach them about watermelons, the growth, the different kinds of watermelons. For instance, there are different kinds. There is yellow, there's red. You can just teach them about it. Teach them what is the difference. Now, I do have notes over here, so if you see me keep looking this way, it is because I have notes. But yes, it's as simple as taking them to the park. You can take them to the park, and then you can show them a video of, for instance, if they don't know how to jump rope, you can show them a how-to video, how to jump rope. Teach them how to ride their scooter. Teach them this. Teach them about rocks. You can teach them anything. Now, how to ride a scooter isn't homeschool. Yes, I understand. You might be saying, how is that anything to do with homeschool? It kind of can tie into it, because you can teach them how to ride their scooter. You can show them how to ride their scooter and then be like, do you see these wheels at the bottom of the scooter? These are, whatever it is. By chance, you can teach them about the wheels. You can teach them about turning rotations. You can teach them how to turn the scooter, because some scooters actually turn like this now, and that's pretty cool. And then you can go into wheels and axles. And they may be young, about 4 or 5, and you're like, well, how are they going to get that? Let them ride that scooter. Let them learn in a fun, productive way. It doesn't always have to be books and paper. Now, some days it might just be books and paper. But also, at the end of the day, you can incorporate that fun time, that engagement, that one-on-one time, and it's always fun. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about dealing with homeschool on a budget is Christmas gifts. Christmas gifts, birthday gifts. Instead of you going out and spending thousands and thousands of dollars, if you have that friend and that family, you can simply have them buy your homeschool stuff. And what I mean by that is, instead of telling them, yeah, she wants a baby doll, she wants this, she wants that, just tell them learning toys. Or if you have a boy, same thing, learning toys. Oh, he loves this toy right here. But what else does he love? He might love to cook. He might love to clean. He might love dinosaurs. But they have homeschool stuff dealing with dinosaurs. Not too long ago, I saw a dinosaur activity, but it was based on homeschool. You can take the dinosaurs and put them on one side of the scale and show them the scaling numbers, how to even out those dinosaurs and incorporate something fun that they love to do. Or, for instance, a cupcake activity. There's plenty of cupcakes out there, fun little cupcakes that you can buy for your daughter or your son to play with. And then you can write numbers on the bottom of them. They can match the numbers up. It doesn't matter the age of what you teach your children. You can teach them high-end stuff, and they can learn it. They can get out and go to school and have fun while learning those curriculums. So, just tell them, educational toys only, school-friendly toys. And they might like this or that, just to recap on what I said. But you can find homeschool activities that actually have that in them to incorporate their fun into the activity. Now, DIY homeschool activities. If you don't have friends or families, because some people, honestly, they just don't, or they don't communicate or anything like that, or they weren't born with friends or family, you can just simply DIY anything. You can take toilet paper rolls, construction paper. You can simply tape the construction paper to it on both ends, and it can be shaped like a cookie. And you can put the numbers on there. You can put the ABCs on there, and that's how you teach them their ABCs. Grab cookie number A, and do such and such with it. I mean, you can incorporate everything to make it fun. So DIY activities is another one. I DIY all the time. My homeschool stuff is actually right over here. Another thing, folders. Right here, folders. $1. They're $1 for 5 at Dollar Tree. You can go grab them. Here's one right here. History. My daughter is only but so old. And I mean, she's a toddler. History. I teach her about history. Math. I have them labeled. Sorry that they're dirty. This is just the moon sand DIY that we made. And we put little things in it. Numbers and blocks and things so she can learn her numbers more. So that's another activity. And then basics. And basics, just in case you are like, that's not an activity. I mean, that's not a, that's not a, my tongue just got caught or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Basics is just nursery rhymes. Like something without a category. Fall, winter, autumn, summer, that wouldn't go under math or history or anything like that. So you can just basically just throw anything in the basics that you don't know where it goes. And then also have this turkey. Now what I was going to do with this turkey, I just cut these out of a magazine. What I was going to do with this turkey was I was going to put numbers right here on their little wings so that she can learn her numbers, because she's very good at ABCs, but numbers she does not know. So we were going to do that, but I think I got sidetracked that day. But you can easily do this, easy Thanksgiving, instead of going out and buying little eyeballs that cost about $3 at Walmart or so. You can just cut out something from a magazine. I get a free magazine subscription. I mean, it's not really that hard to homeschool on a budget. Hot and cold. I use a lot of construction paper. We took a magazine, once again, free. I got a free subscription for a year. And I got a lot of magazines now. Just keep them coming. Hot and cold. She learned what's hot, what's cold. She easily picked up on it, remembered it. Now when we're eating, she'll say, hey, that's hot, that's cold. Outside playing, it's hot out here, it's cold out here. They're going to remember it as long as you incorporate it and make it fun for them. Because she got to actually go into the magazine, look, and pick out everything she wanted. Of course, I had to cut it for her, but she did have fun looking at anything. Now, this goes under the category of science. This is to learn about the caterpillar. If your child, he, she, loves bugs, this is a great activity. We haven't done it yet because I needed to order some caterpillar activities offline, like Amazon, or you can go to your local Walmart, your local Target. You can find these kits on caterpillar. Well, I don't know if Target or Walmart has them, but Amazon does for sure. And so what we do is we grab we'll do the activity, on the larva, the eggs, the different stages of the caterpillar, and then you will take that activity, and it actually has caterpillars in it, and they end up turning into the cocoon, and you just go step by step with them. And first you may want to do the activity with them, but then you tell them after this, we're going to actually do this project, and they will have fun with it. So you take the caterpillar, you let it grow, and then you let the butterfly free, you let them name it, all types of things like that. That will engage them into wanting to learn about it. Yes, you have to spend money on that activity, but at the same time, you don't if you DIY it. You can go go online, find somebody that's giving away a fish tank with a thing on the top or some kind of net. You can look online, find lots of free things, and then you can go outside and pick a caterpillar and watch it grow. Simple as that. That's how you can make these things free. It doesn't always have to be money, money, money. Or it can just be cheap. I mean, this is budgeting. This isn't homeschool for free, totally. This is budgeting. Homeschool budgeting. Reading. What we do for reading is her name. She learns how to spell her name. And then that is also a great one. I believe it's in English. I was looking for it. English. Is it in here? No, English is empty. It's language. I'm sorry. Language is this. ASL communication. That's how you can teach them big words too. Before we get started on this, I say ASL communication, and I have her repeat what I say. And I explain to her what communication is. It is to communicate, to speak, to understand. And from there on out, we go into it right here, and I teach her how to sign cracker, and I just teach her the nice, simple signs because of her age. Again, cereal, milk, orange. I teach her all of those signs, class, want. And see, when I teach her want, all the signs like want and I might not be so fun, but if you engage and say, I want a hat, if your child likes hats, or I want cereal. If your child loves cereal, then they'll eventually catch on and remember the sign want. And if you tell them next time you want some cereal, you need a sign want, that will engage them in the activity for them to remember, because they will have no choice but to remember when they're asking. And then we just have our words right here. I'm not sure if you can quite see them, but we do have our new words that we are working on. Consequence, schedule. She knows the definitions of these. These are definitions. I teach her they're called definitions. What is the definition of consequence? And I teach her it in a nice basic way. And then she'll say, the definition of consequence is, and every time she's saying the definition of something is, she'll remember these are definitions to this word. So that is a great way to homeschool on a budget. Just simple definitions you can find on Google. You don't have to order the little cards and note cards with the definition on the back, because that's not also fun. You can just go over the definition and you can do an activity on. A really great activity on consequence would be when I took her outside. I taught her the word consequence. We went outside. I told her, go ahead, stand on wherever you want to stand. For instance, you could even say. But I told her, go ahead, stand on the tree stump outside. Okay, what are the consequences? And then I say, a consequence is a result of my actions. What is your result of your actions? And it is, if you stand on that tree stump, you might fall. So now sometimes she'll come to me and she's like, what are my consequences if I get up here? And I'm like, the result of your actions is you might fall. It's just as simple as that. Pulchritude, another great one. I'm pretty sure some of you know where I got that word from. Now, she uses this word all the time now instead of beautiful. I call her it all the time. When I do her hair, when we're looking in the mirror, I call her this all the time instead of beautiful. And now she has learned to replace the word beautiful. She loves it when I call her beautiful. But now I call her pulchritude. So that way she can learn the word. And then terminate is one we haven't gotten to. Schedule. We are on a schedule. So I show her schedule every day. We go over the word schedule to carry out a process or procedure. I show her schedule. I tell her the definition. We go one by one over everything she does in the time frame, and now she knows what schedule is. to carry out a process or procedure. These are just simple, big words. Simple to us, big for her age. And then I have a scraps folder until I can get a container for it. I do have a scraps folder where I just keep all of these. And then another one, I'm not quite sure if I have the folder here. I don't think I actually have the folder here, but it is a folder, or is it history? It's history. It's right here. I can't show you guys this one, but what you do is you take a construction paper or anything. You can take felt and put it on there, or anything to glue it. You can take blocks and glue them together. But you basically take a triangle piece, a rectangle piece, and then a piece that's just shaped like fire or anything, and you make a rocket ship. You put them in the rocket ship, and then you teach them like who made like a picture of them inside the middle of the rectangle. Who made the first, or who flew on the first rocket ship? I believe the question is, and it's Yuri Gagarin. And I can't even believe I remember that because I didn't know that. But I teach it to her every day. And I teach her that, and then we do an activity with the rocket ship or something like that. Or I do have on my other channel, I have a DIY lava where we talk about lava. And then that can also tie into the fire in the back of a rocket ship. I mean, everything that I teach my daughter can tie into each other sometimes. So we can, I do have a dog in the background, so we can just do different activities. You can go make a rocket ship out of cardboard, anything you have on hand. That is how you can do it budget friendly. Another thing, so you have those Christmas toys coming in from friends and family, and then birthdays, educational only. You have the DIYs, and then make it fun. Just engage them, make it fun, and use items you have on hand. Oh yeah, main and last one. Buying expensive items. I know a lot of homeschoolers out here have these expensive drawers and everything like that. They buy these big old $67 bins. Like, you don't have to do that for your homeschool. I know you want it to look nice, but you can go ahead and DIY your walls if you want to. Don't buy into it. All you need, folders, construction paper, little stuff, maybe cotton balls you can get from the dollar store. You don't have to get these things from Walmart. You don't have to buy all these extra nice, expensive things. You can homeschool on a budget. Because the items, they are not going to teach your children. Don't buy expensive stuff that's not going to teach them. If it's expensive and it is going to teach them and you really want to get it, I'm pretty sure there is something out there that is inexpensive. That is actually the same thing. Or like I said, tying back into the first thing, DIY. You can DIY anything. You can do a DIY scale. You can do a pie. Where's my math folder? I didn't show you guys what was in the math folder. Okay, so this was a really fun one to teach her. What I did, I took a construction paper once again. Okay, I taught her fractions. She's a toddler. She knows fractions very well. We took a pie. I did 1/2. I taught her 1/2. This is 1/2. Together, they make a whole. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole. And then I said, now that we got that down pat, we're going to, after going over it multiple times, we're going to actually go and make that pie. So we made a pumpkin pie. I told her to cut it in half with a play knife, of course. Kid-friendly knife. We cut that pie in half. I helped her out. And now she actually remembers 1/2 plus 1/2 equals a whole. We put the pie back together. It was a whole. We ate the pie. So that made it fun. And then I also have 1/4. I have a whole pie down here. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 equals a whole. I also teach her that 1/4 plus 1/4 equals a half. A half of what? A half a pie. And then we go and we make that cherry pie. Now you can also do this with blue construction paper and make a blue, blueberry pie or a raspberry pie. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. Pumpkin, sweet potato, whatever pie you want to do. You can do a shepherd's pie and you can have them placed, and then you can incorporate like adding math. You can place the little veggies. You can cut out little tiny peas and little tiny carrots and stuff, and you can place it on here, and it could be a shepherd's pie. Maybe that's their favorite thing to eat. You never know. Whatever you want, just incorporate it, make it fun. This one, I love this activity. Johnny Appleseed activity. She knows Johnny's Appleseed.